观众朋友们，大家好，我是 Word Up Dr.J and welcome back to Dr.J's Literature Lair。我们今天要听故事，快快乐乐的学习英文吧。Thought Poseidon, how on earth can I, the god of the ocean, get revenge on my huge enemy Athena, the goddess of war? What is all that commotion going on down there in Athena's temple? I see so many people going there suddenly. Whoa, what a beautiful and chaste maiden. The moment Poseidon saw the utterly beautiful Medusa with her long flowing hair and phenomenally beautiful eyes, the more Cupid, the god of love, persuaded Poseidon that he needed to have, possess, and own that yummy, delicious young maiden who was so loyal to Athena. I will shoot you with a love arrow, said Cupid to Poseidon. And the more arrows that Cupid shot at Poseidon, the more and more Poseidon fell in love with Medusa. Suddenly, bursting with love, Poseidon shouted, I, god of the ocean, I swear I will become Medusa's lover and husband. She will be my queen. I want her. And the more he fantasized about Medusa, the more violent the oceans became. Storms were starting to blow all around the world. I know, if I could possess Medusa and make Medusa fall in love with me, I could get revenge on my enemy, Athena. I'll not only steal Athena's best priestess, but also ruin her temple at the same time. One day, when Medusa was strolling near the ocean, Poseidon came up suddenly from the water in his beautiful ocean clothes. Who is this? Asked the innocent and chaste Medusa, starting to fall in love with Poseidon. Knowing he could make Medusa love him, Poseidon began talking sweetly and started to seduce the young girl, saying, Hello, my precious little girl. Come swim with me. Wow, you are so handsome. I love those big muscles. Yes, I am strong. Come and feel my arms, said Poseidon. Oh no, I can't. I'm a priestess of Athena, said Medusa, who suddenly felt embarrassed by her feelings for Poseidon. But look how warm and wonderful the water is, and how strong I am, said Poseidon. Yes, you are strong, and I do like you. But I'm Athena's priestess. What does that matter? Asked the evil Poseidon, looking at Medusa as if she was a delicious cake or a piece of candy. I must remain a virgin. We all do in Athena's temple, replied Medusa, suddenly feeling afraid of Poseidon. Come to me and take off those ugly clothes, said Poseidon loudly. No, never, screamed Medusa, who had started to fall in love with Poseidon and decided to run away from the god of the ocean. I'll get you, you little, I'm going to catch you. What? No! Screamed Medusa, who started running as fast as she could. You will be my wife, yelled Poseidon from the ocean and began to chase Medusa. No! I'm going to run to the temple. Athena will protect me, she said, as she ran away with all her power. Ha ha! She will not protect you. You will be mine, shouted Poseidon, like a huge tiger playing with a mouse. Running with all of her energy, Medusa kept saying, I'll protect Athena. Help me, Athena. I must protect the temple. I must protect my reputation. Medusa finally made it to Athena's temple, when suddenly Poseidon appeared above her. "Aha!" he screamed. "No, no, no," said Medusa. "Help, Athena! Athena, please come help me protect my virginity," begged Medusa. But nothing happened, and Poseidon came closer. "Athena, please help me," begged Medusa. But Athena did nothing to help the poor, innocent little girl. And right there on the altar of Athena's most holy temple, Poseidon forced himself upon the defenseless Medusa. He raped poor little Medusa and hurt her badly because she had tried to fight but was no match for the huge and powerful god of the ocean. After it happened, Poseidon was proud of himself and said, "Wow, that was great fun, wasn't it?" And he proudly watched Medusa cry in shame. "Ha, ha, ha! I've not only ruined Athena's most beautiful priestess' reputation, but I've also desecrated Athena's greatest temple." From way high up on Mount Olympus, Athena looked down in shock. "My temple! What is going on? My reputation! That little beautiful-haired princess has ruined my reputation," thundered Athena. Then, seeing red, Athena waved her hands in utter anger, shouting, "You horrible little girl! You were so beautiful and chaste that now you are a piece of trash to me," yelled Athena. But, cried Medusa. "Stop it," said Athena. "From now on you are to be cursed, Medusa. Your hair will become snakes, serpents, and vipers. Your hands will be bronze claws like a scorpion. And everyone who looks into those beautiful eyes of yours shall be petrified." Medusa lay there, still in pain from Poseidon's attack, and felt like the loneliest girl in the world. She was crying when she suddenly heard a hissing sound, and she realized her head was full of snakes. Her hands looked like shiny scorpion claws, and she had scales all over her body like a giant snake. "You deserve this," shouted the angry and vengeful Athena as loudly as she could. But I was trying to protect your temple from Poseidon," said Medusa, crying. "You have desecrated my temple, and you are now a hideous creature," said Athena. "But where can I go?" asked Medusa, crying, looking up at Athena with tears in her now hideous, ghastly monster body that still had a beautiful face. "You are cursed to the mountains, where you will spend the rest of your life like a rodent, a rat, a dark, dirty creature, lurking in the pitch black." But, begged Medusa. Now Athena refused to listen, so Medusa sadly went to the mountains and lurked about in the dark for a long time. And slowly but surely, she turned more and more into the ugly creature she had become. What will happen next? Will Medusa be turned back into a beautiful maid? Will she get her revenge on Poseidon and Athena for turning into a horrible, hideous creature? Watch our next video to learn. And in future videos, we will tell you more about why Versace and other companies chose to put Medusa's face on their logos. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's now look at some key vocabulary words and expressions from part 2. The first one, to swear an oath. This is very, very useful. This means to make a promise to do something. For example, if I promise someone that I will help them, then I will swear an oath to them that I will help them. Very, very useful in everyday English. Let's look at the example sentence. All of Athena's priestesses had to swear an oath of virginity in order to become a priestess for goddess Athena. All of Athena's priestesses had to swear an oath of virginity in order to become a priestess for goddess Athena. The next word, commotion, and that is to make a loud noise or to interfere with other people. Just kind of like 干扰别的人，就是做什么很大声的事情啊，让他觉得他没办法专心的。Okay, we say this a lot. Maybe your father or mother say, "Hey, why are you kids making this big commotion? Just keep it down. Be quiet." Okay, we say this a lot as a father or mother. Let's look at the example sentence. The gods up on Mount Olympus notice a huge commotion going down below because so many people were going to Athena's temple to see the beautiful young priestess, Medusa. The gods up on Mount Olympus noticed a huge commotion going on below because so many people were going to Athena's temple to see the young, beautiful priestess, Medusa. Okay, the next word is unparalleled. 无法匹敌 ，OK， 独一无二的 ，OK， 这个很难说到底是什么意思，因为英文也是非常的不清楚。Unparalleled means unique, 很特别的 special, or unable to be copied, okay? And the reason is because in English we use a lot of Roman and Greek words. Un means not, parallel means equal. So the meaning is quite difficult, but in this story we use it like in this sentence. Medusa's unparalleled beauty was causing a huge commotion in Athena's temples because everyone said she was the most beautiful woman in the world. One more time. Medusa's unparalleled beauty was causing a huge commotion in Athena's temples because everyone said she was the most beautiful woman in the world. The next word, chaste. Now, this word is an old word that not many people say now, but it may be on your test or your exam, like your SAT, TOEIC, TOEFL, 这些了. Okay, chaste means pure, virgin, and clean. Usually we use it with a female, a girl. She's a chaste little girl. But now it's changing a little bit. You can look this word up, but let me just show you what it means in our story, because it's very important for this story. To become a priestess in Athena's temple, all girls had to swear an oath that they would remain chaste virgins. One more time. To become a priestess in Athena's temple, all girls had to swear an oath that they would remain chaste virgins. Okay? Now the next word, phenomenally. We use this all the time. Phenomenally. We use this when we want to say very, extremely, 非常非常多，我们天天都会讲这个字 phenomenally, especially to exaggerate something. For example, wow, that was a phenomenally crazy, wild party last night. Okay? Or, whoa, this is a phenomenally depressing story about Medusa. Let's look at the sentence. Medusa was turned from a chaste priestess of unparalleled beauty into a phenomenally ugly creature lurking high in the mountains, ready to murder anyone who came to ambush her. I'm going to read it one more time, and if you watch my mouth, you can say it just like me. Medusa was turned into a chaste priestess of unparalleled beauty, into a phenomenally ugly creature lurking high in the mountains, ready to murder anyone who came to ambush her. The next word is fantasize. To dream about someone or something in a loving way. Do you love pizza? Well, you probably fantasize about pizza. I fantasize about coffee. I love coffee. Oh, but usually people use it to fantasize about other people. We would say something like 幻想 in Chinese. Okay. Let's look at the sentence. From the moment he saw Medusa, Poseidon fantasized about the chaste and beautiful Medusa and swore an oath to himself that he would make her his bride. From the moment he saw Medusa, Poseidon fantasized about the chaste and beautiful Medusa and swore an oath to himself that he would make her his bride. The next word is revenge. Now, to revenge means to hurt or harm someone in return for something they did to you. In Chinese, it's maybe 复仇, something like this, okay? And this is a very important part of our story, okay? Look at the sentence and you'll understand why. Poseidon fantasized about a way to use Medusa to get his revenge on his enemy Athena. So he swore to make the phenomenally beautiful priestess his wife. Poseidon fantasized about a way to use Medusa to get his revenge on his enemy Athena. So he swore to make the phenomenally beautiful priestess his wife. Okay, the next word, seduce. In Chinese, it's something like going, which sounds like English going, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about English. So in English, to seduce someone is to attract them or persuade them to do something of disobedience or disloyalty. And in this story, it's very important. So let's listen to this sentence and learn from it. In order to get his phenomenally evil revenge on Athena, Poseidon did his best to seduce Medusa and force her to become his wife. In order to get his phenomenally evil revenge on Athena, Poseidon did his best to seduce Medusa and force her to become his wife. The next word, defenseless. And that means to 毫无防备的, something like this, to be unable to fight or defend or protect yourself. Now this sentence describes it perfectly. The beautiful mortal priestess was defenseless against Poseidon, who was angry that he was unable to seduce Medusa. The beautiful mortal priestess was defenseless against Poseidon, who was angry that he was unable to seduce Medusa. The next word is a very difficult word, so pay attention. Desecrate. Desecrate. In Chinese, it's something like 亵渎, okay? And in English, this is usually used only on a test or a very difficult story. For example, you desecrate someone's tomb or their grave. And that means to treat disrespectfully, irreverently, or outrageously. Okay? You will see this on a test, I promise you. Athena was phenomenally upset that Poseidon had gotten his revenge on her by desecrating her chaste, defenseless priestess and ruining the reputation of her best temple. One more time. Athena was phenomenally upset that Poseidon had gotten his revenge on her by desecrating her chaste, defenseless priestess and ruining the reputation of her best temple. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of part 2 of this story. Please tune in to the next part so you can learn what happened to poor, tragic Medusa, who was in the mountains. What happened? How does it end? And why is there a logo of Medusa on my Versace jeans? Thank you very much. Tune in for more.